thank you all for being here tonight. And I want to cover some things that haven't been covered on your tapes and videos, DVDs so far. And that is, number one, is time management. One of the things I want you to remember is time is money. And if you manage your time well, you'll make more money. Throughout the years, Mary Kay has made our system easier and easier for us to have a cash flow to deposit in the bank. Things like making up our orders online and saving them instead of mailing them in has made a tremendous difference. Believe it or not, we didn't used to be able to use credit cards. We used to deal in credit cashier's checks only. Now, that's hard to believe, isn't it? So we had to mail the order in. It took a week to 2 weeks to get the cashier's check in, get your products back. We are so blessed to be able to have our orders delivered directly to us by going online and punching that order in. So there's some ways that you truly can make your money faster and easier if you manage your time well. So the number one thing that I recommend to everyone, it was one of Mary Kay's favorite things to remind us of, was the 6 most important things list. Every single night before you go to bed, make a list of the 6 most important things that you personally want to accomplish. And I don't mean a list of 17 or 20. I don't mean taking your things to the dry cleaners. I mean taking the things that are important to your business. So number one, how many bookings do you want to get tomorrow? Put that as the number one thing on your list. Number two, how much do you want to sell tomorrow? Now, last night I knew I did not have any appointments scheduled for today because my appointment had canceled for this afternoon. So I wrote down $200 is what I wanted to sell today. And at one appointment, just dropping off a few reorder products, I think the order was about $45 to $50. By the time I left, it was $120 today. So I'm just praying that when I finish tonight, I'll go upstairs and either on my computer or on my voicemail will be another person who's called in for an order. And that will bring me up to my 200. If not, it's early enough for me on the West Coast that I can make phone calls to my clients there and still have a $200 day. So it's important that you write down a dollar figure, also a recruit. Now, I think we talked on another DVD about the bath, the mental bath, and what is that? It ties in with your 6 most important things. Number one, the B stands for a booking. If every single day you'll get one booking, I don't care if it's a booking for a facial, a booking for a skincare class, a booking for an interview, or a booking for a guest to the meeting, that will always keep your appointment book full. Statistics show that half will have to postpone and reschedule. So at least if you have 30 appointments booked in the month, you'll hold at least 15. So you know you're going to bring some money in. All right, so that's number one of the mental bath. Get your booking each day. Number two is your affirmation. Have a written out affirmation of all the positive things that you want to achieve. For example, I'm a master booker and a master recruiter. Everywhere I go, I attract quality, qualified women who want what I have to offer with my products and with my opportunity. Those are just positive affirmations. My personal affirmation is, with God as my leader, I am the thin and trim, too blessed to be stressed, super excited, proud elite executive, senior sales director of that audacious and incredible $1 million highest achieving unit. They have traveled millions of miles. They've given millions of smiles. They've put it on millions of faces, all at their own paces, without hesitation and with lots of anticipation, to have the privilege of crossing the seminar stage as a $1 million unit while going into NIQ and becoming a national area. Now that's a positive affirmation. Does it mean it's occurred yet? No. But if you repeat over and over and over again a positive affirmation, it becomes not to just here, but there's 17 inches from here to our heart. And when it goes from our mind into our heart and from our heart back to our mind, it will become a reality. You must believe it here before it actually becomes a reality. That's why affirmations are so important. So that's part 2 of your mental bath, a booking a day and an affirmation. Part 3 is the letter T, and that stands for a tape. Well, as we know, we've gone to DVDs today, or we've gone to CDs. We still listen to a few tapes for some of us that have the proper equipment. But that is listening to something motivational by the company, by me, the director, by someone. It can be someone, an outside source. You can go to the library and get tapes, books on tapes that are positive, motivational. But something that feeds you every single day so that you have positive being fed your way. And then the last part, the H, stands for hotlining to your director. And that means either picking up the telephone and calling me as your director or emailing me and saying, I took my mental bath for the day. Now let me tell you what happened to one of my offspring directors. In fact, it's Lavinia's director, Sheila. A year ago, or 6 months ago, when she started hearing about the mental bath, which is Tammy Craig's claim to fame. Tammy's the one that started that. I always thought if it didn't hold and I didn't get a booking today, I had to start my 30 days over again. So I was on just a little wheel, just like a hamster, going round and round and round, never feeling like I was getting the booking done. Well, I'd get a booking maybe for 3 days in a row, one a day, and then I'd skip a day, so I'd think I got to start the 30 days over. The missing equation was, it doesn't matter if you get all 30 bookings 30 days in a row, as long as by the end of the month you have 30 bookings that you have booked, you will still have a successful month. And I watched Sheila the first time she held 30 appointments in a month, meaning just 30 facials, sell $3,000. The second time she did it, she did $3,000. When I watched her do for 2 consecutive months the mental bath, that third month she held 20 skincare classes and sold $7,000. Now who can use $3,500 cash in your pocket? You can? I can, me too. So what happened, not only did she have all the bookings and she booked from those appointments, but she also got recruits from it. And it put her on target for her card that next month to go on and become a director. And just last month, on $5,000 in production as a unit, with her profit from sales and with personal recruits and meeting some bonuses that the company gave, she earned over $5,000. So it is amazing what you can do if you'll just do the simple things of make a list of the 6 most important things before you go to bed and then do your mental bath. Make sure you get that booking each day, and if you don't get it one day, get 3 bookings in one day and it makes up, as long as at the end of the month you have your 30. The next thing that's really important in your scheduling is most of us work another job. I don't, but most of you do. Or you have a family. And I do have a husband, but my kids aren't with me anymore. They've graduated and gone on this last year. But for 34 years of Mary Kay, I kept a weekly accomplishment sheet. I kept 4 of them at a time on my refrigerator. And if anybody had other events scheduled, they had to go write that event in. If it wasn't scheduled, and they came to me at the last minute with an event, sorry, if I had a Mary Kay event scheduled, we didn't cancel. And that brings up success meetings and Mary Kay events. My husband and I have always put our birthday or anniversary on a back burner. What difference does it make what day we celebrate it on? Does it really make any difference if we celebrate it on a Tuesday night, if the event took place on a Monday? Not at all. The advantage of this business is we can work hard when we work hard, we can play hard when we play hard. If it was my success meeting, I showed up. Didn't matter if it was my birthday or not, because I could still celebrate. Part of my fun of my birthday is being with the people I love, and the people in Mary Kay are the people that I love to be around. Okay, on the weekly accomplishment sheet, I have another suggestion for you. I suggest that you write down your goal of how much money you want to make this week. How much did you want to sell? If you want to have a $500 week, then I want you to write down $500 on Sunday. I don't want you to add up to $500, I want you to subtract. If you sell $100 on Sunday afternoon, a couple friends come over and they pick up some odds and ends and you've sold 100. At the end of Sunday night, you take your $500, you subtract 100 and you write 400. And that gives you your goal subtracting. All of a sudden by Wednesday, when you've sold $300 and you've only got 200 left, it now sounds easier than if you were adding it up. Does that make sense? I know, you're probably going, why? Don't ask me why. Psychologically it works. And every time I've had a consultant who did it, she stayed on the program, she kept subtracting, she usually reached her goal for the week. Whether it was the night goal, the night before of $100 in sales tomorrow, or if it was a weekly goal. As long as it's written down, the power of writing it down is incredible. So that weekly plan sheet, schedule everything. Schedule your phone time, schedule your success meeting, schedule your prayer time, your church time, your dinner time, all of your commitments, so that you know what you have to do. I think one of the hardest things about being in Mary Kay is managing our time well, because other people think we don't work. They think, isn't this cute, she plays with cosmetics. And yet in my case, it's a 6-figure income because I've learned how to manage my time well. Pre-profiling your hostesses is also going to need to be fit into your schedule every single week. If you've got a class, within 48 hours after you've booked that class, you want to get the names and the phone numbers of the women that are coming to the class. The hostess packet that we looked at last week, and we talked about how to coach your hostesses, I want to go through just a little bit of that information with you. Mine just says it's girlfriend time, but you can strictly use a folder of any type. Inside of it, you want to put some sales tickets, you want to put lookbook, you want to put beauty books, because your goal is to get outside sales. You want to make sure your business card is in there. You want every piece of literature to be rubber stamped with your name and phone number. So if she pulls the book out and she leaves it at work, somebody else can come along and pick it up, and you can get outside sales from that, or you can pick up a new client from that. So those are really, really important in your hostess brochure. The other item is what's on your wish list. The company puts this together for us. This is one of your options for the hostess credit, and it's get $75 in free products for $35. You can buy these from the company. They come in a package of 10. So in every one of your hostess packets, throw that in. There isn't a hostess in the world that I don't know that wants more products from Mary Kay. My philosophy is the more products they're hooked on, the more money I'm going to make. Does that make sense? Right? Because your reorders are going to be better. So if she doesn't think she can afford tonight to buy the CelluShape, your goal is to get her hooked on the CelluShape by showing it to her and then suggesting she work with hostess credit to get that. So you either can have her make up a wish list of all the different products that she did not purchase tonight, and then show her how she can get those for free. Our hostesses are our business partners. And I think it's important that we have that little packet to make life easier for them. Then I also take, in my appointment book, I write down everything she told me that she wanted to get in products. So if she said, I really need the firming eye cream, and she doesn't have the money to buy it, I write in firming eye cream. If she wants satin hands, I write in satin hands. So whatever she wants is written down, because again, the power of writing it down makes her want it even more. And then I'll jot that on a sheet of paper, and it's in her folder to remind her. Or we might take the brochure and circle the items that she wants. But let's say she could afford to buy all the products that she wanted. In December, Tasha Ray Algier, who is going to be here tonight, purchased $499 worth of products for me. She held 2 skincare classes for me. At the end of those 2 classes, she had $70 in free product coming. And yet after purchasing $499, we would think she had everything that she needed, wouldn't we? But you see, she was doing a lot of gift giving. So don't forget that holidays, we want to suggest that's a great reason for them to have a show and to get hostess credit. But let's talk about some of the other beautiful hostess gifts that are available. Now, some of these are available to you right now and some aren't. If you go to the pink sale, and in order to buy from the pink sale, you must purchase at least $200 wholesale, $400 retail. So it can't be one of those quick fix orders. One of the most beautiful gifts I think Mary Kay has ever given is the beautiful jewelry case that holds watches and bracelets. They all slide on here, and a beautiful bracelet. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, you can buy these right now for $8. Okay, now later they won't be available, but you can go to the pink sale, and that's one of the items that you might be able to pick up. A second one that they've marked down in the pink sale are the beautiful sunglasses. And you know, one of my preferred customers, her mother's name starts with an M and ends with a K. And she asked me about getting these for her as a gift. And so we provided those for her. Just check out how classy those are. They come in a beautiful case. It says Mary Kay inside, a leopard case, pink leopard, of course. They slide inside, and then they go into a beautiful sheer pink bag. Now, is that class, or is that class? Another one that you don't ever have to worry about running out is our beautiful brush set. The brush set, you need to have one yourself. Just like a man needs the tools of the trade for anything he wants to do, we need the tools of our trade. Our powder brush, and they just slide in here in a beautiful silk pouch. The blusher brush, our eyeshadow brush, a blending brush, and a lip brush. An eyebrow brush also. All of these items slide in here together, seal it up, and you've got it to take when you travel. And again, it comes in a beautiful travel bag. Okay, this costs you $15 when you buy it on the order form. And last but not least, right now, the Hostess gift. Oh, if you need help getting organized, this is the answer for everybody. It's got a place for your coupons, for documents, for receipts, for sales tickets if you want, and for anything else that you want. It's got a change purse attached to it. It's got a place to put your credit cards. And then a couple separate little pouches for you that you can take with you. Also, a little luggage holder for you. All of that is a Hostess gift. And last but not least, another one that's in the line all the time, our roll-up bag. Now, last week we talked about that when we were learning to close the sale effectively. We talked about how most people are going to buy 4 sets to get their bag for free. However, if they didn't buy 4 sets, and maybe they just bought their skincare and a couple other items for tonight, I tell them